Hey, KS Services is now running their $59 fall tune-up special. Our team arrives on time and is always professional. Be sure your unit is ready for the cooler temperatures by visiting our website, callks.com today, and schedule your appointment. It's fast and easy. The weather's getting cooler and the days are getting shorter. Don't let the fall weather sneak up on you. Call us today, 205-322-9090, AL certification number 1112.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, December the 30th. Wow, we're closing December out rapidly, aren't we? Along with 2017. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and we've got a lot of weather to talk about. There's a look at our satellite image this morning, and we have kind of a mixture of some thin spots and breaks in the clouds, as well as some cloudy skies over much of the southeastern U.S. You can see a few little breaks there, especially in the east central part of the state, while the rest of the area looks a little fuzzy, and that means there's some low clouds there. On the surface weather map, we have another large high-pressure system over south central Canada and the Dakotas that is pushing southward. That's going to give us another reinforcing shot today. It looks like temperatures may be just a tad cooler today. Upper 40s for the most part. We're still stuck in this upper air pattern that involves a large, broad trough over the eastern two-thirds of the country, and that large, broad trough is responsible for a lot of very, very cold air. You can see the double-digit negative values up there in the northern Dakotas and across northern Minnesota, and certainly what I would describe as very brutally cold weather, and some of that brutally cold is going to come our way. We're not brutally cold this morning, as temperatures, thanks to the clouds, have helped. The clouds have helped to keep the temperatures up just a little bit. Notice there that Birmingham's below freezing, but Tuscaloosa is above freezing at 34 degrees. The watch warning map is a hodgepodge of winter weather advisories, warnings, wind chill advisories and warnings, and some hard freeze watches. The blue over the Alabama and parts of Mississippi are hard freeze watches for Sunday evening through Wednesday. The purples you see are winter weather advisories for Sunday for the possibility of some light frozen precipitation. And then the cyans that you see are wind chill advisories. The muted blues are wind chill warnings. And then the pinks and the purples up there are, once again, the purples are winter weather advisories, the pinks are winter weather warnings. QPF-wise, we're not looking at a great deal of precipitation over the next 5 days. This goes through Thursday. As a matter of fact, most of this precipitation being forecast is going to come tomorrow morning, generally from about 3 a.m. through about 6 p.m. or so. And as you might imagine, with the cold in place, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to severe weather. SPC has nothing for days 1, 2, and 3, and probably 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Here's the 06 GFS model run, and of course there's our trough, broad trough over the eastern part of the country. We can see one impulse coming through today through the Great Lakes, and that's going to be adding another shot of colder air to us. There's another one behind it up over the northwestern United States. That means that 1044 high, pretty large high, is going to be breaking loose and coming down into the central plains and keeping things cold. Now, we're concerned about precipitation tonight and tomorrow. And here's a look at the GFS over the southeastern U.S., and you can see the precipitation should begin in the early morning hours. This is 12Z on Sunday, so that's 6 a.m. I'd say basically probably by 2 or 3 a.m. we may see the beginnings of some precipitation. And as the GFS is suggesting, there should be a band of winter mix, kind of a light rain, light freezing rain, sleet combination, maybe even a few snow flurries. And the European at that same time is in pretty close agreement, and a little bit faster maybe on getting the precip into south central Alabama. If we take an intermediate time and go to about 18Z here, well, that was the intermediate time. We'll go to 18Z on Sunday, and you can see the GFS is beginning to end the precipitation across the west central part of Alabama, and the European showing pretty much the same sort of setup. The two in basically much closer agreement than they've been all week. And then we are going to take one additional time here, and that is we're going to look at by 6 p.m. on Sunday. The GFS suggesting that it's pretty much over, and the European suggesting that it is over. So it looks like things could end. Now, backing up slightly, the 18Z upper air chart for tomorrow shows that another cold shot headed our way, coming through the flow. And, of course, that now is a 1053 high, so a very, very strong high, bringing a nice cold fetch all the way down into the southeastern U.S. Monday, New Year's Day, we see that another shot of cold air coming with that trough, and definitely thickness values, the 540 line cutting across South Alabama. Tuesday, another shot coming through there, and the 540 line now all the way to the Gulf Coast in Alabama, 540 all the way to Mobile. And again, that large high settling in that looks like 1038 plus, probably close to a 1040, 1041 high over about Missouri. Wednesday, the trough gets sharpened up once again as yet another strong shortwave comes down through the flow across the middle Mississippi River Valley, and that continues to keep us in cold weather for Wednesday. And again, it looks like low temperatures are going to be in the teens, highs only in the mid and upper 30s for much of the week ahead. The overall upper air pattern just doesn't change on Thursday, the 4th of January. And again, you can see the thicknesses modify a little bit for the south part of the state, but not much for the rest of us. But we do stay dry as another 1038 plus high comes into the picture from south central Canada. Friday, the trough very sharp. That keeps us pretty cold. You can see the 540 line once again cutting through Mobile. Saturday, we're beginning to see a little bit of a possibility of some relief with the ridge developing over the kind of the eastern slopes of the Rockies there. And this is Saturday, January the 6th. That the large high should be moving to the east, and that would certainly spell some warmer weather for Texas and a little bit of the western sections of the lower Mississippi River Valley. And indeed, the thickness values show that as the thickness values come up. We're improving over here in as central Alabama, but not quite as much of a warming. But a nice warming possibility there and a little bit of relief. That warming continues into the voodoo country as Monday, the 8th of January. You can see the ridge is now over the eastern part of the country. So at least a short respite from the cold, but it doesn't last long. We see another strong trough coming in by Wednesday, the 10th. So the pattern very active, and indeed more cold air coming down the pike as you see the thickness values. The GFS is also hinting at the possibility of, yes, you guessed it, the possibility of some winter precipitation. Now, we're not forecasting that just yet, but I mean, it's there on the model. You can see it. It'll probably be gone tomorrow. That's the nature of voodoo country. We see another little ridge around the 12th of January. And again, the roller coaster pattern just continuing. And then another trough coming at us out of the Rockies around the 14th. So no rest in the weather office as we head into 2018. Thanks to Bill Murray for filling in for me yesterday as I was filling in for Megan on the morning shifts at ABC 3340. I expect to have the next Weather Xtreme video posted here on Sunday morning. In the meantime, you can always check back at the blog for the latest on Alabama's weather. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day, stay warm, and Godspeed.
Hey, KS Services is now running their $59 fall tune-up special. The weather's getting cooler and the days are getting shorter. Don't let the fall weather sneak up on you. Call us today, 205-322-9090, AL certification number 11120.